What are the top 7 costly mistakes that new online coaches commonly make? I am going to help you fast track your online coaching business and avoid these mistakes that I either have made myself or clients in the past have made. And so, if you are ready to save time, money, and let's be honest, some tears, be sure to stay to the end too, because I'm going to be sharing what is a common mistake that coaches make that makes them look cookie cutter and how you can avoid it. What's up, it's Danny, your guide to authentic video to build community and pull in your dream clients. Be sure to grab my starting on YouTube cheat sheet and learn how you can work with me. Link up above and down below. The first costly mistake that new online coaches make is the most important and one that I made myself in my business, and that is not doing enough market research. Before you create your coaching package or offer, you've got to make sure that it's something that people actually want, because you might think they want something and then you go about to sell it and then cue cricket noise. So, to give you an example, I created this niche coaching course and I'd heard that it was this common problem. So many people came to me like, I can't figure out what my niche is. What's my niche? What's my niche? So I figured that people would want a little niche boot camp. They did not. I didn't do enough market research. I didn't talk to enough people. And so by the time I got around to selling it, it did not do so well. Oops. So do your market research to make sure people want what you have to offer. Some market research tips for you: get in the DMs with people on Instagram, voice message with people who are your ideal target audience, ask them questions about what they're struggling with and what they would want out of a program, right? Let them tell you. Honestly, I never thought I would be a YouTube coach, but that's what people most wanted help from me for. And look, I built a really successful 6-figure business. Yes. Okay, also, this is a jumpsuit. How cool is this? I feel cool in it. Okay, next. Also, another great way to do market research is surveys. I'm actually doing a survey next week, and I incentivize people to do my survey by offering something. So I say, 3 people will get an hour of coaching with me if you do this survey. Or you can give away something other than coaching. You could give away product or whatever it may be that you think your target audience is going to really want. So incentivize them to then go through some questions and ask them about where they're at now, their pain points, anything you really need to know to help build out your coaching program. The second common mistake that new online coaches make is only getting feedback at the end of your coaching program. Ooh, I also made this mistake in the beginning of my program where I would just ask my clients, what did you think of things? How can I improve things at the end? Now in my program, I also have a halfway review. This allows me to correct any mistakes I've made, or if people aren't happy about something, I can fix it for that last half of the program. That way they have a better experience, my program gets better, and I have even better reviews at the end of our coaching time together. So I highly recommend having a halfway review. You could even do quarterly reviews through your coaching program depending on how long it is, but make it a mandatory part of your program. I recommend using Google Forms, or you could also use Airtable. My VA Alora loves Airtable, and I will say it does put information out in a better way than Google Forms, but it's totally up to you. Be brave and open enough to take critiques from your clients. That's going to improve your program, it's going to improve your reviews, and you're going to pull in more clients because of it. The third costly mistake that new online coaches make is pricing yourself too low. Now, I get it. When you start coaching, it's scary to ask for money for your services, right? I know, so it's so easy to preach now. Now that I'm at the pricing where I feel really happy about things, I can look back and think when I first started coaching, it was so hard to charge for my services and to raise my prices because it was scary and I had a lot of imposter syndrome. But just remember that when people pay more money for your services, they put in more work. Right? Think about when you pay for a program. When it's more of an investment, you take it more seriously. And I've definitely noticed that in my coaching journey is that the higher my prices get, the more committed clients come to me. If you want to better understand how to price your offer, I have this video that takes you through how you can plan out your first 6 figures in your coaching business. So be sure to check that out. It even comes with a worksheet. Something that really helped me with increasing my prices is doing it in increments. So if it feels scary to you, then each new client you get, you can raise your price a little bit until you get to the point where you really want to be at. And this way too, the more clients you have, the better your program gets, the better a coach you become, and the more reviews and client wins you have, so you feel comfortable upping your prices bit by bit. The fourth costly mistake that new online coaches make is being desperate for clients and then just working with anyone. In the beginning of your coaching program, it's so vital that you're working with people that really fit your ICA or your ideal client avatar to the T, because these are people that are going to really be helping you kind of plan out your coaching program. They're going to give you suggestions of what they like and what they don't like. And if you're working with people that don't fit who you really want to be working with, it's going to hurt you in the end. Also, it'll probably lead to bad reviews, which we don't want, right? So make sure that you are picky. Have the confidence to wait for your dream clients and don't take clients that aren't a good fit out of desperation. The fifth costly mistake that new online coaches make is not outsourcing the things that we are bad at. When I was starting my coaching business, I wanted to do all the things because I was still building up revenue, right? And so I felt like I had to do everything on my own and I wasted a lot of time. And so I highly recommend that you take advantage of websites like Fiverr or Upwork, or hire on coaches to be able to learn the things that you don't know and be able to scale your business a bit faster. For me, one of the best decisions in my business was hiring my virtual assistant, Alora. She has been a godsend, and I'm only where I'm at today in my coaching business because of her. And if you're like, how do I know when I should hire a VA? What does a VA even do? We are making a video together, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But remember, you don't have to do all the things. Stay in your zone of genius and outsource the things that you're bad at. The sixth costly mistake that new online coaches make is a bit of a pet peeve of mine because it causes me a lot of frustration and anxiety, and that is when coaches do not take control of the call in the beginning and establish what the game plan is. I will never forget when I got on a coaching call with this woman and she never said like how the call was going to go. And so the whole call I was confused at like what was coming next. You can relieve so much frustration, anxiety, and room for miscommunication if you establish this is what we're going to do at the beginning of your call. So make sure you have that laid out. If it's group coaching, if it's one-on-one, you want to tell people, hey, so good to see you, say your hellos, and then say, today we're going to go over this, 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 and this. Does that sound good for you? That's all you have to say. And then they can say yes or no, or they can add things to it. But it was going to make such a big difference. This one small thing, I'm telling you, it's going to make people feel at ease. Whew, okay? So make sure you do that. All right. The seventh costly mistake that new online coaches make is not setting coach-client expectations right from the get-go. By setting client and coach expectations, you set yourself up to have less miscommunication, frustration, all of the things. And so here are the things that I highly recommend that you set expectations for with your clients. Number one, office hours. Mainly, this is for your own sanity because I feel like as coaches, we want to give everything to our clients, and when they hit us up, you want to respond at all hours of the day, but that's not healthy for you. Some people can do that for me. I'm like, it was not healthy for me, and I didn't establish it in the beginning. I was like 9 p.m. on a Saturday still texting my clients, right? So set your office hours, and it makes it easy if you can establish like these are my hours at the beginning of your program. People will better respect it, but you have to remember you have to also respect them for yourself too. But it is very hard, and I'm still bad with my office hours. No big deal. Okay, the next expectation to set is when you are meeting and for people to come on time. This is something I realized I had to do that I didn't always do because I started having people come late a lot. If you don't want your clients to show up late because your time is precious, their time is precious, make sure you say at the beginning, I expect you to come to our meetings on time. That's it. That's all you have to say, and it's going to make people come on time more. But you can't say that in the middle of your program. You got to say it in the beginning so that you establish it, and then it's kind of weird if you were to say it like in the middle, then it feels passive aggressive. So if you just say it in the beginning, then you're all good. Next, you want to make sure you go over your cancellation policy. If people cancel within 24 hours, are they able to make up that call, or because they didn't cancel within 24 hours, is it forfeit? Really establish your rules for it and stick with it, even though it is very difficult. You're going to have people that are going to test that. And so it's important to set that expectation in the beginning. I never thought that I would have to like deal with things like that, and then it would happen, and because I didn't set the expectation, it felt awkward to deal with it. So again, if you say all these things in the beginning, it just makes it so much better. The last expectation that I make sure I go over with my clients is that I expect them to get their work done before our actual coaching calls. So if you give your clients work to do before your coaching calls, setting that expectation is going to make them more likely to get it complete before you actually meet. Now, my bonus mistake to share that I see many new coaches make that makes them look really cookie cutter and that you should avoid is continuing to always look at the competition and be money focused rather than client focused. I can always tell when someone is much more money focused in their coaching program than client focused because they try to like copy everyone, right? You're always looking at what are other people doing? What numbers did they hit? When you're client focused though, you're able to really say, what do people need from me? And what can I bring to the table that's unique and authentic and helpful. So remember that mindset shift, because I think so many coaches just get set on the money, and then it really hurts your growth, it hurts your impact, and it keeps you in the comparison game. And it's just not a healthy place to be. Right, Manny? He's always comparing himself to other local dogs. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to share it on Instagram, give Manny a little hello, and if this video is helpful for you, it's so helpful for me. If you can give it a thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, and while you wait for next week's video, be sure to check out these other helpful videos, and we'll see you next time. All right, Manny, can you give a little wave goodbye? He can't give a wave goodbye. Oh, no. All right, see you next time.